Hey everyone, Accelerated Mobile Pages is a kind of online web device and program that has been spearheaded by Google and has such giant web platform development companies as Wordpress involved with it, and a number of different great coders like Mr. Kaluli of Magazine 3, who produces the Top Gadget theme that I use for Zenny62.com on WordPress. The idea of the Accelerated Mobile Pages program, as the name implies, is to make web pages faster on mobile. That's the strict objective. And it does just that. However, the problem that I have experienced is that, let me center this a little bit, is that basically the Accelerated Mobile Pages plugin that I use, actually it's two of them, that I use on Zenny62.com, my WordPress blog platform, my main one. I have three of them: Zenny62.com, Oakland News Online, and then World News Net Online.coms, is that they don't play well with IFTTT. Now, what is IFTTT, or what some people call IFT? It's an incredible series of codes, really, that are essentially object-oriented computer programming based. And that is, you are asked to connect one icon essentially with another, say Facebook with YouTube, and you form it via something called an applet. And the idea is that you can, via IFTTT, have your YouTube videos go to your WordPress blog or to your Flickr account. There are a number of different combinations possible. And then if you take a range of different services or different platforms that are on IFTTT, not just YouTube, but Facebook, Pinterest, LinkedIn even, you can develop a very complex content distribution system, which I have done. However, with respect to YouTube and propagating YouTube videos to my WordPress blog, the Accelerated Mobile Pages plugin system creates a duplicate problem, content problem, that tends to double up on itself. It started with, today, one more post than it should have been, then one more post turned into two, and then two turned into four, and then four turned to 8. I had to stop it. So I don't know with certainty what's causing this, but I'm going to take a guess. The AMP plugin and its adjustments are such that if you want search engines to read that you have AMP installed and then give your viewers the AMP version of a search result on Google, you also, in so doing, essentially create two platforms: your main blog platform and the AMP version. You have to use the new version, HTTPS, okay, with AMP. Now, if you have a directory set up that basically causes dual universes to exist, an alternate universe to exist, as I call it, thereby causing a duplicate content problem, that will show up when you use IFTTT connecting your YouTube channel to your WordPress blog. It basically reads the initial signal that it needs to store or needs to fulfill the cron job, okay? But then for some reason, it gets a signal that it has to basically feed another cron job, and that's where the problem begins. Even though it doesn't really have to feed the other cron job, it's actually the same cron job, all right? People who operate WordPress blogs will understand what I mean. Now, my description is admittedly crude, but I think it gives you enough of a picture why I believe the content is the problem is happening with the content and what caused me to cease using it. Duplicate posts create a situation where you could be penalized from search results, from appearing in search results in Google. You don't want that. And prior to the installation of the AMP provision, the plugins, search performance was doing pretty well. I was really interested in combining AMP with structured data in an effort to break into the different list areas that come up on Google. I was trying to experiment with that, but I've got to basically kick that idea to the curb because IFTTT, or IFT, is central to what I do. It's the lifeblood of the system, well, part of the lifeblood. Or I should say it makes up a great portion of the operational engine that I built for content development, placement within platforms that I own and run, and then distribution from those platforms into social media. So there you go. That's my description with my problem with AMP. If someone can suggest a solution, I'm all ears. But I think for now I'm good without using AMP. Something else too. AMP seems to really create the sameness of web designs, and if you rely on advertisements in areas of your blog that are like, for example, a sticky banner, you cannot use AMP in its current configuration. You get the basic content with a white background, and so your website looks like someone else's and someone else's and so on. If you have a particular agreement with, say, a brand that wants their logo in your background of your blog, you're SOL with AMP. You're SOL with AMP. That's another problem. I'm not saying it's entirely advertiser unfriendly, but it is definitely advertisement inflexible for the most part compared to what you're capable of doing with your standard WordPress blog. So there's some warnings there. All right, stay tuned.